Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah bil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammad nabil kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. First of all, it's a great source of happiness to see so many faces and so many of our fellow Muslim brothers and sisters here in the Masjid for Salat al-Fajr. Coming from a small masjid that gets maybe 10 people for Salat al-Fajr, mashallah, this is an amazing experience for me. May Allah bless the Muslims in Irving, the Imams, the community members, the leaders, and all of you, inshallah. As we know, it is the month of Ramadan, and as we know, it is also the month of the Quran. Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. And many of us are participating in the Salat al-Tarawih, Qiyamul Layl prayers every night. And many of us are listening to the Quran, listening to this living miracle in front of us. Imagine any other book in the world where an 850-page book, approximately, in another language, is being recited live from memory in front of you, in every single masjid throughout the world. Ponder and reflect from memory that these individuals are gathering together and reading this book from memory in front of us every single night, and throughout this month, generally they're completing this Quran. This itself is a living miracle, and we are witnessing this living miracle every single night. And we are also witnessing the completion of the Quran as well during this month. So along with reading the Quran in this month, it's also important that we strengthen our connection and relationship with this Quran during this blessed month. And we also make an effort to learn what the Quran is telling us in this month. In reality, when the Salat al-Tarawih prayers last about an hour and a half, some of us, mashallah, all of us are getting the reward and benefit by listening to the prayer. But for those who understand the Arabic language, for those who have studied the tafsir and the commentary of the Quran, wallahi, it is a unique experience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you for an hour and a half. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you. You are listening to the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is communicating with you. He is talking to you. He is conversing with you every single night. And what we try to do, if we can't read the entire juz or sipara of the Quran that's being read, at least we should learn a little bit about what is being read in front of us. Right? It's about 30 pages of the Quran. Not all of us have the time to read it. Not all of us have the time to read the translation of it. MashaAllah, there are places in the world, worth noting, there are places in the world where in the month of Ramadan, they have a Dawra to Tafsir. What does this mean? Every single day, they have a session where they translate the entire juz, the entire 30 pages of the Quran they're about to be read in Tarawih. It takes them maybe 3-4 hours a day, but they have a session, they do the translation, they learn the meaning, they learn the commentary, and every single day, the same amount that's being read at night in Salat al-Tarawih, they are translating, they're learning the meaning of it. So imagine the benefit, imagine how much they enjoy that Tarawih prayers, because they're going through and they're learning the meaning every day. And of course, every day doing 1/30th, doing one juz, by the end of the month, they complete the entire translation of the Quran. Alhamdulillah, I'm standing in front of you, I can tell you, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I've had the chance in California to start with a group of students over 3 years It took us about 3 years. We started from the beginning of the Quran and we completed the entire Quran, the translation of the Quran. With commentary, with explanation. Alhamdulillah, it was experience. It took us about 2.5 years. Also worth noting, we have an Imam in our area known as Fremont, California. Mufti Mudassir, may Allah bless him and lengthen his life. Last year he had a program where he also completed the tafsir and commentary of the Quran. Spread out over 10 years. Every Sunday, with regularity, he would start with the tafsir of the Quran. Maybe 2 verses, 1 verse. Spread out over 10 years. And finally, he completed the entire Quran last year. Alhamdulillah, there was a big program. MashaAllah, many people were invited. I also attended as well. But MashaAllah, we have different programs taking place. We have different tafsir programs taking place as well. So I would highly encourage all of us to participate, to take benefit, to learn what we can. And whatever we learn right now, it will have special significance when it's read in Salat al-Tarawih prayers. Open up a tafsir, English translation of the Quran, open up a good tafsir of the Quran, and during this month, attach yourselves with the Quran. So today, I will choose 1 verse of the Quran, which will be read in Salat al-Tarawih prayers. And truly, it is a treasure. Truly, it is a hidden treasure, and truly, it is a gift to us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Respected friends, the hardest thing was picking 1 verse. Imagine from 30 pages of the Quran being recited, picking 1 verse to discuss today. I can't do justice to it all. From the 30 pages, there is so much knowledge, so much information. We can go on till Salat al-Dhuhr. But as we know, we all don't have that time, so we'll pick 1 verse. We'll pick 1 verse. So in Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the special prayer, the special remembrance, the special dhikr of Yunus alayhi salam. Now the story of Yunus alayhi salam is a long story. You can open up the books of tafsir and read more about it. This much we know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed for Yunus alayhi salam, فَالْتَقَمَ الْحُوتِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed for Yunus alayhi salam to be swallowed by this large fish. And then in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has preserved the prayer that Yunus alayhi salam read. The words which came from the heart of Yunus alayhi salam in the stomach of this large fish. فَنَادَى أَدَى فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ أَنْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ سُبْحَانَكَ إِنِّي كُنْتُ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Friends, inshallah, you will hear this in Salat al-Tarawih prayers tonight. لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا أَنْتَ سُبْحَانَكَ إِنِّي كُنْتُ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. There is none worthy of worship besides you, O Allah. You are pure, and you are absolved, and you are high above everything else. You are glorified and pure, and you are holy, and you are free from any defects. And I am from the oppressors. I have wronged myself. I have not listened to your commands, and I have wronged myself. So, regarding this prayer, respected friends, we know there are many different forms of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many different prayers we can read. Inshallah, all these prayers have benefit. All these du'as, these adhkar, these forms of dhikr have benefit. But keep in mind, this one is taught to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran. وَلَوْلَا أَنَّهُ كَانَ مِنَ الْمُسَبِّحِينَ لَلَبِثَ فِي بَطْنِهِ إِلَى يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. In another verse, in another place in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us of the power of this one dua of Yunus alayhi salam. If Yunus alayhi salam had not glorified Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, had not praised Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the stomach of this large fish, he would have remained in the stomach of this fish till the day of judgment. But because he read this dua, because he read this prayer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted this prayer, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed him. وَكَذَلِكَ نُنْجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And the glad tidings to all of us, this dua is not special to Yunus alayhi salam. But all the people who read this, anyone who reads this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also help them as well. So, respected friends, we are living in a time of catastrophe, calamity, and hardships. All of us, to some extent or another, our lives have been impacted, and we are going through various forms of difficulty. So, if we look in the books of Hadith, one way to ensure that our du'as are accepted, this is what's referred to as the Ism al-A'zam. Right? It does exist. Ism al-A'zam is the greatest name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most powerful form of dhikr. Whenever you read this dua, whatever you make dua for afterwards will be answered. Whenever you read the sentence, whatever you ask for afterwards will be answered and will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu min adh-dhalimin is one of these prayers, as mentioned in many books, many hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, part of your du'as during this month, part of your du'as during the time of tahajjud, part of the du'as that you make throughout the day, include this ayat of the Quran, this verse of the Quran in there. Inshallah, think about this, respected friends. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers even one of our du'as, inshallah this hardship will go away. Inshallah life will go back to normal. This coronavirus will go away. This hardship and situation that we're going through will go away. All it takes is one of our du'as, inshallah. So in this month, let us increase our dua, let us increase our prayers, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His help, and ask Him to send down His mercy. So learn this dua. Right? Every single Muslim, every single one of our children should know this dua. La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu min adh-dhalimin. The dua of Yunus alayhi salam. Read this dua. Read it throughout the day. Anyone that's going through hardship, anyone that's going through calamities and difficulties, read this. It helped Yunus alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved Yunus alayhi salam because of this dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also save us as well. وَكَذَلِكَ نُنْجِي الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the understanding of the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all the love of the Quran. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the ability to learn the meaning of the Quran and to bring the Quran into our lives. وَآخِرْ دَعْوَانَا أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.